There's 4 ways that this is gonna play out for Javier. If he is telling the truth, maybe he can help save the world. Or the world can maybe save Javier, because if he is trapped like he says he is, he's gonna die very soon. If he's not telling the truth, he will either make a lot of money or he will get caught and shamed. These are the only options left for him now. In 2021, Javier starts posting his first few videos on TikTok. It seems like warnings for us. I don't know, for humanity, that's what it feels like. Javier starts by explaining he does not remember what happened or how it happened. He just remembers he woke up in the hospital one day. He's hooked up to a bunch of machines in the hospital bed. He doesn't know how or why he's in the hospital, but he gets up from the bed and it's eerily quiet. The machines aren't making any noise. He gets up and starts walking out of his large hospital room, and it's so strange. Hello? There's nobody in the hallway. There's not a single nurse. I mean, hospitals are one of the few places that regardless of the time of day, there's activity. He walks down the long corridor. He's peering into each room that he passes that have all these hospital beds, all these machines, expecting fellow sick patients or people crying, coughing, machines beeping. Nothing. It's dead silent. He starts getting freaked out because what do you mean nothing and nobody is at this hospital? How is he completely alone? How is he even in the hospital to begin with? How the hell is that possible? He runs out the hospital, same thing. Streets are empty. There's not a single person in any of the businesses that are nearby. There's cars parked. Nobody's in them. They're cold. If he touches the hood, they're ice cold. They haven't been on or running in a very long time. What the hell is happening? He manages to get his phone. He takes a video and he posts it online. He writes in the TikTok, I woke up in a hospital. Humanity has gone extinct. There is no one in the shopping centers. The date today is February 13th, 2027.
What?
From there, Javier starts posting TikToks of all these empty streets. Every time he's walking around in a public place, it's completely empty. You don't see a single person. You don't even see a shadow of a person. The stores that he's walking through are completely empty. He posts empty hospitals, airports. He even goes to a police station that's completely empty, finds the keys to one of the squad cars, gets inside. I mean, of course, netizens are going crazy with these viral TikToks. They're very skeptical, honestly. Some are enjoying it for what it is, which is entertainment, but others think that he's playing tricks, right? Maybe he filmed this during the pandemic and he's just now posting them like a year later. Or perhaps he goes to all these places super early in the morning to film before the city wakes up. So yeah, I mean, obviously nobody is there, which leads Javier to leaving these secret packages in tourist-heavy spots. He's trying to prove, because he's like, I read your comments. I'm from 2027 and nobody is here. In order to prove it to you, I will leave a package somewhere very secretive. He goes to a tourist-heavy spot, leaves a package, nobody is there. Fellow netizens will go to the same spot, it's filled with people, and the package is there.
Wait, I don't get it. If he's from 2027 and he leaves a package, how would we find it in 2021 or 2022?
Yeah, nobody knows.
That doesn't make sense. The timeline is not adding up, right?
The timeline isn't making any sense, yes,
Yeah.
but Javier is like, for some reason, it's happening. Other things Javier has done to try and convince the internet that he's from the future is going out during the night to show that he's not just out during the early morning hours. He also has gone to highly secured locations, historic landmarks, hospitals, airport backrooms, stadiums, medical labs, usually places that a random person cannot just walk through for fun or for filming or just to take a look around. He's even walked into a Mercedes dealership, taken a key, and just driven off. I mean, evidently, Mercedes cars run so well that even after sitting there for years, they're still drivable. The videos are entertaining due to the mere fact that it is weird and strange and eerie to see just so many public places be so empty. However, there's probably an easy explanation to how Javier is filming these TikToks. It's conceivable that he was able to obtain filming permits, or maybe it's explained that he's friendly with authorities, or maybe he's part of the authorities. Maybe he's a cop and he has the ability to get clearance to go into these locations, or who knows? Maybe he's a game developer who's capable of CGIing everyone out of scenes, and this is part of a game that he's working on. So he's testing it out and generating conversation for his future project. That could make sense.
Is he still doing it today?
Yes.
Really? It's been going on for years?
Yes.
Wow.
But it just can't be true, right? That Javier is from the future, because nobody is from the future, right? August 10th, 2024, 6:45 in the morning, there are at least 5 Miami-based paramedics in the area. That's not even including the other authorities, the police. Just paramedics surrounding this little blonde woman. She's laying on the pavement, shirtless, and she tells them, "The aliens." One of the paramedics leans down. "Excuse me? They're coming. They're coming, they're coming, they're coming, they're coming." "What?" "I'm from the future. I'm a crystal ball. You can live off me."
I'm from the future. Oh, crystal ball. You can live off me.
Later, they ask her, "Do you know what happened? Do you remember what happened?" And she responds, "Yeah, I died." The authorities are very interested in what she has to say because obviously there's no way she's from the future, right? I mean, how does one die and come back to life like that? But more importantly, just a block away from where she was claiming that the aliens are coming, there are 2 people who have been killed and they're not coming back. We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support the JED Foundation. The JED Foundation is a nonprofit that exists to protect emotional health and prevent substance misuse in our nation's teens and young adults. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team, and we would also like to thank you guys for your continued support as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates. As always, full show notes are available at RottenMangoPodcast.com. With that being said, let's get into it. I have a question for you. If you are walking on the sidewalk, it's morning, so it's bright outside. There's people everywhere. You're walking north. When suddenly all the morning joggers, all the fellow pedestrians start running in the opposite direction as you. What do? Do you keep going north where they're running from? Or do you U-turn and start running with them and nobody's really telling you what's going on? They're just running.
Like they're panic, screaming, running?
Yeah. Like they look like they're on a mission. Something has happened. They're running either away from something or to something.
Oh yeah, I'm U-turning.
You're U-turning?
Yeah.
That's exactly what Macy Lathers does. She's wearing blue jeans, a red hoodie. The hood is pulled over her head and she's briskly walking in one direction. There's CCTV footage of her. She's like 24, right? Now, clearly, she is not out for a morning jog. She's wearing jeans. But she does seem like she's sort of in a rush for something. She's walking north when a bunch of people start running in the opposite direction. And she has this moment where she hesitates. But maybe someone says something to her because she immediately U-turns it around, 180, joins the crowd and starts running from where she was coming from. Makes a full U-turn, which takes her straight to the street where there are 3 cars that look like they have been chewed up and spit out on a random Miami road. There are firefighters descending. There's one car they're having to pry open this crumbled piece of metal. A piece of the car has to come off so that they can get the victim out. There's 3 cars, a white Mercedes, a black Range Rover, and a silver Suzuki. It appears that the white Mercedes ran the red lights going 80 on a 30 road, slammed into the black Range Rover. The black Range Rover and the white Mercedes then both slammed into the silver Suzuki. It caused all 3 cars to be completely smashed. Ultimately, the driver of the black Range Rover is rushed to the hospital, injured but alive. 2 passengers in the silver Suzuki, Abraham Molina and his friend Jesus Rubio, they were in the backseat headed to work and the collision killed them. The driver of the Suzuki that was in the car with them, Abraham's wife, Juanita, was rushed to the hospital where she managed to survive. Which means 2 passengers are dead. The driver of the Range Rover survived. The driver of the Suzuki survived, but she lost her husband and her friend. Then who was driving the white Mercedes? As the police are trying to figure that out, a block away, Macy, the one that was running with the red hoodie, she is seen. She's the one that U-turned, right? She manages to slip away from the crowd where 1 block away, she's now on the ground throwing up, just in the middle of the street. There's so much going on at 6:45 in the morning on this Miami intersection. She's now completely topless. Her red hoodie is off and it's down the road.
Wait. She made a U-turn?
Ran back from where she was coming from. There's 3 cars piled up. And then she takes a turn and starts running down a block. But somehow her top is off. Her shirt comes off. She's completely topless in the middle of a street. There are two officers standing there guarding the scene and guarding Macy in a sense. It appears like they're trying to get her up, but it's not working very well. I mean, the whole thing is difficult. She's kind of slugging around on the pavement. There's a whole group of construction workers watching the whole thing unfold. Some of them are filming, which is alarming considering she's topless. But nevertheless, there's this big wet patch on her pants. Evidently, she peed herself. And eventually, the officers give up on trying to get her up. They're confused on what's going on. There's a female officer on site who looks like she's thinking through if this career path is even worth it. And in the perfect timing, Macy is on the pavement screaming, "Ah! Ah!" They ask her, "Ma'am, what car were you driving?" "My name is Mercedes. My name is Mercedes."
My name is Mercedes. Mercedes.
Calm down, calm down, calm down.
Is her name Mercedes or Macy?
It's Macy.
Oh, okay. It's not Mercedes.
No.
But she was driving Mercedes.
Yes.
Okay.
The male cop has to tell her, calm down, calm down, calm down. "I'm from the future." "Awesome. Amazing. I have a crystal ball."
Calm down.
I'm from the future. Oh, crystal ball. You can live off me.
Ma'am, what did you take? "Tusi. Pink, 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 pink. Oh, fuck.
Tusi, pink, 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 pink. Tusi, drugs, fuck. He's a little bit.
You know those cute PowerPoint videos that your phone makes with the old photos that you come across every few months? I get the cutest little videos of my nieces when they were like 1 year old and they started crying and I started crying. It's beautiful. I love going through those. And I'm sure all parents can relate. Or like they do the pet friends, you know, they always have those. And I realized that I don't go back enough and look at them enough. And that's why I realized that this is the perfect gift to get anybody in your life, especially parents. My sister takes hundreds of photos of my little nieces and I don't know if they ever go back and look at them. And then I got them aura frames. They now appreciate all of those moments just randomly throughout the day, every day. Aura frames is the world's smartest digital picture frame. It's an easy and beautiful solution to instantly frame photos and videos from your phone. It's incredibly easy to set up. All you need is the Aura Frame and free app, Wi-Fi, and you automatically get free unlimited storage, meaning you can upload photos from your phone to your Aura frame. But you can also have your family or friends or whoever you invite to also share photos and videos that will instantly appear on your Aura frame wherever they are in the world. I think this is so beautiful for long distance friendships, relationships, or if your kid is going to college, this is kind of perfect. No memory card required. Aura frames is a fantastic option for the holidays as well because you can personalize and preload an Aura frame and the person receiving it has the option to make it their own, keep it how it is, or invite you or your other loved ones to continue updating it. Plus, once you buy the Aura frame, there is no membership required to use it, no strings attached. We actually have an Aura frame upstairs where it's connected with my sister. So when she takes pictures of the girls, it'll come into our Aura frame as well. So we can see it if we're not always with them. And it just lights up your day. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code ROTTEN at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code ROTTEN. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. In Colombia, there is a woman, not many people know her real name. They just call her the Queen of Tusi. She is the head of this organization called La Empresa, which translates to the enterprise. They run the Tusi trafficking ring in that region, and it's a fully fledged corporation, if you will, with manufacturing, drop, and shipment safe houses that are connected by underground tunnels in that region. Each safe house is guarded 24/7 by men with giant machine guns, and typically nobody is allowed in or out unless they're part of the enterprise. Until a Vice journalist decides, I'm gonna go in there and film a YouTube video. Full body pat down. That's what it starts with. Only then is the Vice team allowed into one of the safe houses to see the supplies. And it's just these giant bags of pink powdery substance.
Wait, they let the Vice team come in to film?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's not a secret filming. It's agreed upon.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's just these pink powdery substances in bags called Tusi. It looks like sugar dyed pink. It looks like something my nieces would bake with. As for what the pink powder is, that depends on who and when you buy it. And even then, each time you could get something else entirely. Mostly it'll be some sort of variation or mixture of caffeine, which technically can be used to treat medical conditions. Some patients will be prescribed it to treat pain management as well as mental health treatment, mixed with MDMA, aka ecstasy or money, mixed with meth sometimes, and potentially even fentanyl. Believe it or not, some drug traffickers will even add caffeine to it to bulk it up. Some say it enhances the experience because caffeine is a stimulant, but most traffickers who care about profit margins will say caffeine is legal, it's relatively cheap, it bulks up the mixture. You're adding powder and it's sold by weight, and it reduces production costs while still providing the stimulating effects. These days, the pink powder is known as pink or Tusi. Yeah, it contains relatively no caffeine nowadays, nor does it contain 2CB. 2CB, it's what it's named after. 2CB was actually first synthesized by Dr. Alexander Shulgin. He's an American pharmacologist who is known for creating over 150 drugs throughout his career. He's actually quite a fascinating character. He was well known for willingly testing his creations on himself. For documentation purposes, he said. In his book, he writes that 2CB was by far one of his fondest creations. I mean, his whole career, he said he was focused heavily on creating psychedelic compounds that could be used for therapeutic treatments. Therapists who have tried 2CB with their patients said, it actually was pretty helpful. It just created an open space to talk to the patients where they could access their emotions that they would never normally open up about. It would be normally guarded off. It feels mild, not too harsh of a drug that shocks the patients into some sort of reaction. It doesn't leave them confused afterwards. It's actually quite gentle, at least the way that we've trialed it, that is. A lot of therapists liked what they were saying, but everything kind of falls apart when 2CB starts getting marketed as a way to increase stamina in intimate settings. People start using it recreationally so that they can see each other naked. The DEA freaks out because when used recreationally, the effects are unpredictable. If you take too much 2CB, and some people have reported when they took too much, they become irrationally violent. They don't identify as violent or angry people, but they'll take it and they just want to choke someone. They classify 2CB as a Schedule 1 controlled substance, right up there with heroin and cocaine, meaning the DEA has deemed the drug, 1, of having a high potential for abuse, and 2, having no accepted medical use in the United States. So 2CB is completely illegal. Not even just on the street level, but on the medical level as well. It seems like in the very low dosages, like I said, some patients have noted becoming passive, but the high doses, people also report having these intense hallucinations, morbid delusions, where they just start doing violent things. Sometimes that lasts up for 12 hours. Some experts believe that the visual hallucinations are stronger than what you get on LSD or even shrooms. And it has been argued that the potential medical benefits are not really there. Additionally, the potential dangers of the drug just might not be worth it either for society. 2C, even though it's named after 2CB, the chemical compound, it no longer contains really any 2CB. So It's called pink cocaine. Nowadays doesn't really contain cocaine. It was called 2C after 2CB, doesn't really contain any 2CB nowadays.
That's so odd. Why they do that?
It's cheaper, more affordable.
Okay.
Add those in with caffeine, bulk it up.
Okay. So they're just using the same name.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the whole thing is very dangerous because every trafficker makes 2C differently. And sometimes each time that they make it, it's different. One netizen writes, "It's not a real drug. You guys, it's a Frankenstein monster, a random shit that should almost always be avoided unless you send it to a lab for testing." Another netizen said, "It's the fish soup of drugs. Do not buy the fish soup." One of the cartel members states, 2C is like an explosion that has arrived in the world, and it's here to stay for a long time. It's a gold mine. It's a number 1 among young kids. It's for kids who don't want to sleep for 3 to 4 days. Yeah, the queen of 2C even states, "The pink color attracts more people, We know the harm it causes in the central nervous system, so I don't use it."
Wow.
But now, the vice journalist is standing in the Queen of Tusi's safe house with armed guards telling him, you should try it. And he's like, what? And they're serious. They're not really giggling with him. And he's like, oh, no, thank you, though. Thank you very much, though. This time, they're a little more firm. They're trying to signal to him in a subtle way that they're not joking. They do want him to try it. They point a machine gun at him. Try it. Okay, I'll try a little bit. That is how he gains their trust. That is how he tries pink cocaine on video.
I don't understand what's going on. Like,
yeah.
why are they allowing this guy to come in and record all of this?
I don't know.
Just flexing? Like, what's going on?
Nobody knows. Yeah. He ends up trying Tusi for the first time that night, and only then do they invite him to see how they make the product. I'm not entirely sure what I was expecting, but I definitely wasn't expecting a cartel member to be in front of a stove with a normal pan, adding random dashes of liquid ketamine, sprinkling in ecstasy, food coloring, and then he would take his gun and mash up pills using his gun like a pestle. And at one point, the vice journalist asks him, have you ever thought about buying a professional grinder? The quote-unquote chef stops grinding the pills with the back of his gun, looks up at the journalist. What? No. He goes back to sauteing the now pink mixture on the stove using 2 credit cards as cooking utensils, just sauteing it. In his downtime, as he's letting it simmer, he takes hits from his pipe. It's crazy. Their operations, just this one enterprise alone, cooking on this stove, brings in $20 million a year from the pink powder.
So you're saying the visual looks just like those movies?
Yes.
Like guns and credit cards, and they're taking the hits at the same time. It's just like the movies.
Just like the movies. One doctor says people can die, and the worst part about it is there's really no quality control out there on the street, so you don't really know what you're getting. I mean, they're referring to this as cocaine, and they're making it pink because it's easier to market and easy to sell because it looks cool and it sounds like cocaine, so you're like, I know what cocaine is, but it's very concerning to law enforcement because whatever drug is out there is going to alter someone's mental state, and you don't even know what's in there. You're playing Russian roulette with these types of drugs. Everyone's concoction is going to be different from the next person's. One netizen states, I got a bag of it once. For me, it was like, more so, but I was a little more awake than usual. Friend of mine tested it, but found it also had inside, so there's that. One netizen claims they've seen a supplier make a batch and said they just use whatever is left from the other drugs. They don't measure anything. Like whatever's on the table, just now with pink coloring. It's like leftovers. Another netizen agrees, writing, it's just a cocktail of whatever random drugs the cartel janitor swept off the floor the previous night, mixed together, and then dyed pink. There is not one standardized formula for Pink Tusi. One person who has been high on it says, I honestly thought I was losing my mind. I mean, everything went psychotic. I saw demons everywhere. I thought my brain broke and I was going to be left in this psychotic state for the rest of my life. I never took it since. Not worth the fun. Another netizen says, same thing happened to me. It felt like time stopped and I was stuck in this single moment forever. And then everyone around me turned into demons. Everybody's heads all turned 180 degrees and looked directly at me and started saying, he knows. Get him out. He knows. Like I had unlocked some unknown reality straight out of a scary... I still have nightmares about it to this day. Wouldn't wish that kind of trip on any of my worst enemies. Another netizen writes, I took it with my boyfriend. We quickly realized that it was going to be a bad trip. I couldn't formulate sentences. We were completely in a different dimension. And then he got super aggressive. He couldn't recognize me, started throwing around stuff and talking about weird things. At some point, he started choking me and repeatedly saying that he wants to kill me. I was glad that I could escape because he didn't recognize me and he wasn't going to stop. Never again after this experience. Please, everyone, be careful with this. That is what Tusi is. That's also what Diddy has reportedly been allegedly addicted on. That all of his staff have to carry around a bag of pink Tusi.
Right, that's where it's from.
Yes.
I see.
Tusi is what Macy tells authorities she's on. When she's laying 1 block away from a 3-car pileup that killed 2 people, she's laying on the road completely shirtless, and she keeps saying she's from the future. She has a crystal ball and the aliens are coming. They're coming, they're coming, they're coming, coming. I know the answer to heaven. I know it's in the crystal. The construction worker that is around tells the officer she was trying to jump into someone else's car. What car was she driving? The white Mercedes, I think, down the block. She's the one that caused the accident that just killed 2 people, and now she's topless on the ground talking about a crystal ball. Eventually, when the paramedics come, she starts, She's just staring up at the sky. I mean, it's clear that she has urinated on herself. She's out of it.
The water. Wait, we live in a dome. This is how we see it.
Art. We need to create art. We need to create. My mole. I died under the crash. The officers ask her, ma'am, what car were you driving? The white car. What kind of car was it? Mercedes. My name is Mercedes. I'm from the future. I'm a crystal ball. You can live off me. Later in the ambulance, paramedics ask her for her name. What's your name? Put me in a coffin. Gold. What's your name? Macy. Love. You love me. You guys love me. Please. The answer is numerology. Go look at numerology.
What's your name?
Put me in a coffin, gold.
What's your name?
Macy.
Macy?
Mercedes. Macy letters.
Macy? Hold on. What's your last name, Macy?
All right, Macy, do you know where you are? Yeah, I do. Earth. You're where? Earth. Yeah, we're all on Earth. Do you know where you are? What city? Oh, Miami. Do you know what happened? Do you remember what happened? Yeah, I died. She's laying there staring at the wall of the ambulance, I don't know, into the crystal ball, into the void, just repeating like a voice note on repeat. Pink Tusi, go now, go, now, go, pink. The answer is in the sun. Go to the sun. Go in the sun. The answer is in the sun. Look at the sun. Everyone lives at a different pace. The answer is in the crystal. Go.
Wow, now, go. I think I'm gonna sit down, but I'm getting dizzy.
In reality, Macy is clearly not from the future, nor can she predict when the aliens are coming to our planet with greater accuracy than your conspiracy theorist neighbor. She's high on Pink Tusi. She just killed 2 people. The most notable thing that she's done, at least from what I can find online prior to this incident, which makes me so angry to even say this, because how is this the most notable thing that she's done? She is a self-proclaimed Instagram model, but her most notable online appearance is on a Red Pill podcast, which, don't even get me started on the brain dead things that come out of these gremlin podcast host mouths. The host of the controversial yet not so successful podcast loves to say things like, a key that opens many locks is a master key. A lock that opens with many keys is a shitty lock. Men and women are not the same. We are not equal whatsoever.
Wait. What a key that opens every lock is a master key. And then what about the lock?
But a lock that opens through many keys is a shitty lock.
Okay, that sentence makes sense, but what is he referring to?
Private parts
Are keys and locks.
He's basically saying,
I see.
If a woman has slept with many people,
right,
she is a shitty person.
Versus,
but a man who has slept with many a woman
is a master key.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't see how is that related at all, but okay.
Yeah. He's saying all of this in the episode that Macy is a guest on. He says, a man with a lot of bodies is successful. A woman with a lot of bodies is a failure. A woman's value is intimately tied to how many sexual partners you've had when it comes to finding a man.
Oh, yeah. No, what I was saying was, I don't know how key and man and woman are related at all. Is what I'm saying. I guess the only relation that he found was like, okay, you gotta stick it in.
Yeah, which is like the most ridiculous, lobotomized comparison of like, okay, inanimate object?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He also says, man can't be hoes because we're the hoe makers. Women don't really have this concept of violence and how the world really works in general. Most girls don't know, and that's why most girls are not fit to be leaders. Men are better decision makers. Men are better problem solvers. They're the ones that create society. I can't really think of a female inventor in my head. Yeah, which to comment on that last thing, I can't really think of a female inventor in my head. Your stupidity is not proof of a concept. It's like very small, limited worldview. But regardless, he continues to yap hysterically and emotionally. Your opinion is irrelevant because you're not a man. The takes that these podcast hosts have are so overdone. Their whole job is to be a misogynist, and they're not even really good at that because it's not creative. It's just very dumb. But in it, Macy responds.
My name's Macy.
Macy.
I'm 22.
Where you from?
I'm from upstate New York, a super small town called Fort Plain. Right now, I'm a bottle girl, and I kind of resell things like, like sneaker drops, that.
Okay.
She also says, I'm celibate. I swear to God. And then she kisses her hand and sends it up to God. I'm just on a different timing. I'm just here to get opportunities and money and shit like that. After sitting through the entire hour, I think it was an hour and a half of the two smooth-brained co-hosts like giggle-gaggling, sharing their quote-unquote independent thoughts that are just spoon-fed basic red pill rhetoric you can find in one Google search or on Reddit, Macy says this about them.
It's cool what you guys are doing. You guys definitely do have a strong mindset. You kind of, make it hard for us to have our own opinions.
Wait, she said you make it hard for us to have own opinions and good for you?
She does make it clear that she does not agree with their viewpoints, but the same thing that can be applied for the Red Pill podcast host and Macy is, there's a quote, okay? It goes, remember when you are dead, you do not know that you are dead. It is only painful for others around you. The same applies for when you are stupid. These are the podcast hosts. This is Macy. They're all on the same side. The judge presiding over this case, well, one of the judges in this case, is the Honorable Mindy Glazer. She's actually quite famous. She went viral a few years ago because she's sitting up on the podium one day. She doesn't look particularly thrilled for the day ahead. For hours, she's going to sit there, talk to a dozen different defendants, and she's honestly just trying to get a few pieces of key information from the defendants. Are they hiring private attorneys? Do they need the court to appoint one? Have they served in the U.S. military or the reserves? Very standard process, routine work. Defendant comes up to the stand in their orange jumpsuit. They get sworn in. Judge Glazer asks them a few questions. On to the next. It's like a factory line of people. Next up, judge reads through his paperwork. Arthur Booth, charges include burglary, grand theft, fleeing, resisting arrest. Hi, Mr. Booth, how are you? I'm okay, ma'am. You actually have 3 arrest affidavits: reckless driving, damage to property, leaving the scene of a crash with serious injury. He looks confused. With no serious injury. I'm sorry, no serious injury. The bond on count 1 is $7,500. And she's about to read off the rest of the bonds, but she looks down at the paperwork, looks up at the defendant, Arthur Booth, and starts writing things down. Okay, Mr. Booth, I have a question for you. Yes, ma'am? Did you go to Nautilus for middle school?
Oh my God, I was just looking at this case.
F15-13303. Okay, Mr. Booth, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go to Nautilus for middle school?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry to see you there. I always wondered what happened to you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
This is the nicest kid in middle school. He was the best kid in middle school. I used to play football with him, all the kids, and look what has happened. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
He keeps sobbing. Oh my goodness. He used to be a promising student, but he fell into drugs, gambling addiction, which really set his life off course.
Good luck to you, sir. I hope you're able to come out of this okay and just lead a lawful life.
One netizen comments, he wasn't crying because she recognized him. He was crying because right at that moment, he realized what he had become. Another comment reads, I think the realization that at some point, more or less, they were equal in some regard, going to the same school. I mean, obviously, we don't know their personal environments, but then they took opposite paths. I'm sure with different circumstances, he could have been the judge. And that must hit you really hard. That's what Judge Mindy Glazer has gone viral for. My husband has been so adamant on teaching our nieces about investing, and I really had to explain to him, sir, these kids are 3 years old, but he always tells me he wishes someone taught him more about finance and investing, and he had thought about it more when he was younger, because according to him, time in the market beats timing the market, and that is why we love Acorns. Today's episode is sponsored by Acorns. I've partnered with them before, and although my nieces cannot get Acorns yet, and they might not understand the concept of investing right now, it's practically the same process as growing a tree. Imagine this little seed as pocket money that you have on you right now. All the coins in your piggy bank or all the bills in your wallet. If you plant that seed, tend to it on a consistent basis, and then just let it grow, years down the line, that seed may grow into a big oak tree. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing for you, your kids, and your retirement, even during the holidays. Look, the holidays can be tough. It feels impossible to be both generous and smart with your money. So many of us get caught between wanting to make the season special and staying on track with our long-term financial goals. But the holidays can also be a time to invest in yourself or a loved one. I love how simple Acorns makes everything feel. In my opinion, it's the best way to get yourself or a younger loved one to dip their toes into the world of investing, which is incredibly intimidating, I understand, but Acorns makes it easy. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that matches you. You don't need a ton of time. You can create your Acorns account and start automatically investing your money in just 5 minutes. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you get started with the spare money you've got right now. That could be $5 a day or even just your spare change. And that's right, Acorns can round every purchase you make up to the dollar and automatically invest your spare change for you. And you get bonus investments just for buying the stuff you need from the brands you love. Head to acorns.com/rotten or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Investing involves risks. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/rotten. One of my favorite things is shopping for other people. But shopping for myself is an internal struggle. I think we've all had that moment in the dressing room with the LED lights and the mirrors, and you're just looking at your body from every angle and you're sweating and you have intrusive thoughts and you're like, okay, this is not a good time. I don't even know if this looks good on me. And that doesn't have to be the experience anymore. That's where Stitch Fix comes in. Stitch Fix's revolutionary online personal styling service simplifies the entire traditional shopping experience. Frustrations like sizing issues, limited stock, and unflattering dressing room lighting are eliminated. Plus, you work closely with your Stitch Fix stylist. I just shared my size, style, and budget preferences, and a personalized collection was delivered straight to my front door. I can try on the clothes in the comfort of my home, which I love. I can give my family members a fashion show, see how the colors look and feel in real life, because sometimes a sweater looks great and then it turns out itchy. This is perfect. And then I just send back the pieces that don't work. The ones that do work find their permanent homes in my closet. And the absolute best part is there is no subscription required. You can order one box, one time without future obligations. For example, you can give the gift of Stitch Fix to your mother or loved ones for the holidays. A one-of-a-kind, personalized stylist experience with carefully selected pieces, complete with outfit recommendations and styling tips. Avoid the frustrations of traditional shopping, long lines, crowded dressing rooms, and give the gift of personal styling for everyone. Get started today at stitchfix.com/rotten. That's stitchfix.com/rotten. For Macy's case, however, the judges are not nearly as empathetic. In court, the judge is reviewing her case and realizes that Macy wasn't even supposed to be in the car that day because she doesn't have a freaking driver's license. Furthermore, even if she wanted one, she couldn't get one because she's banned from getting a license. Her license has been suspended indefinitely. We don't know why, but we can imagine it's not a good reason. There's this quick back and forth between Macy's attorney and the judge where the attorney states she doesn't pose a danger to the community. She's a college graduate. She's been in the state of Florida, Your Honor, for over almost 2 years. So I don't think that there's anything to suggest that she's a flight risk. To which the judge responds, she is an absolute danger to the community based on the killing and driving when she shouldn't have been in a car, and she's clearly impaired based on her statement.
If it wasn't for the citizens or witnesses nearby who stopped her, she would have completely fled.
So it seems like she was running away in her red hoodie, sees the crowd of people running towards the scene. And it doesn't sound like anyone says anything to her, right? I don't know the CCTV footage of the street level camera after the car accident where she's running away from the scene. It doesn't seem like someone says anything. It seems like she joins them because she knows she sticks out like a sore thumb running in the opposite direction. So she U-turns, runs with them, goes back to the scene of the crash, but manages to take a turn and starts running away. She takes off her top, maybe in her, who knows what state she's in. Maybe in that state she thought, okay, that red hoodie is so red, people are going to remember it, so I got to take it off. I don't know if that's what happened. That's just a presumption. Takes it off, tries to get into somebody else's car. The construction workers stop her. Then the police come and they're like, what are you doing? That's how she gets caught. But if none of these people had done anything, she would have just fled.
I think it's a female on the ground. They're holding her because she wanted to flee the scene.
Right. She could have ran away, but instead she's like super...
She's thinking.
Under the influence, so she's doing a lot of weird stuff.
It's like she's doing a lot of weird stuff, but clearly the motive is to flee.
Right.
I think even her joining the crowd is a pretty conscious decision.
Right.
I think if you're really out of it, you would just lay there on the scene and be like, oh my God, I'm dead.
Yeah. So it's a lot of weird, fleeting...
Yes. Just from my unprofessional knowledge of watching the body cam footage, she does seem high on drugs, right? But it's very fascinating that she still makes heavy conscious decisions to flee, to get away with the crime.
Yeah.
Multiple times. Even the aspect of thinking, if I'm running this way and all these people are running that way, I should probably join them. That is very, that's meticulously planned.
Yeah.
The chain reaction crash that she caused killed Abraham and his friend, Jesus, while they were both on their way to work. Her counts are 2 counts of DUI manslaughter, aggravating factor of failure to render aid, 1 count of DUI causing bodily injury to another, 1 count reckless driving causing serious injury, 3 counts of driving without a driver's license resulting in injury or death, 2 counts vehicular homicide caused by failure to stop, 1 count of leaving the scene of an accident involving death. It seems like the defense is going to try and argue that Macy was not in her faculties during the time of the crime because she was on Pink Tusi. It appears that will be quite a difficult thing to defend because regardless of the drug, she should not have been behind the wheel. She should have not taken the drug. She should have not fled the scene. The defense might even try to argue that technically she was not fleeing or leaving the scene of the accident. They might also try to claim that she was involuntarily intoxicated, that she was drugged. But she did herself admit that she took cocaine. Pink Tusi, if you will, so I'm not sure how that's going to play out. It would also heavily impact her case considering she was driving home from a party. She's not supposed to drive. She drives to a party, does drugs, drives back home. Those are a lot of decision makings that's happening.
Wait, that happened 6:40 a.m. you said? 6:45 a.m.?
She was driving home at 6:45 a.m. And since then, Juanita has been unable to work since the incident. She is the driver of the Suzuki. Her husband and his friend passed. And I'm sure the idea of even driving to work will become this never-ending battle against PTSD. She says Abraham's 16-year-old son has been left without the love and care of his father, who was his entire world. I am now unable to work due to my injuries, and the boy's life has been turned upside down. Abraham's mother, who lives in Nicaragua, suffers from Parkinson's disease and is now not only grieving, but also left without the financial support from her son. Juanita said that she went to court to see Macy during the bond hearing, and quote, "It felt horrible seeing her. She didn't look remorseful. She's a danger to society." Those are the thoughts and things that are going on in Juanita's life. But as for Macy, if you find her Instagram, which is still active, her bio reads that she is, quote, 1 of 1 Gemini, lit in real life, money emoji on my brain emoji. One netizen comment reads, "She will now be modeling only in orange jumpsuits." A lot of netizens are also calling her out for her self-proclaimed status as a model. They comment, "Anyone with a cell phone camera now equals model." Another reads, "What does she model? A shitty personality?" Unfortunately for Macy, her most 2 viral pictures that she is known for as a model now are 1, her mugshot, and 2, another of her posing in front of her dented Mercedes before the accident. The caption reads, #24 birthday cake emoji, aging like fine wine.
Wow.
Other netizens have pointed out to this one part in the body cam footage where Macy is being pulled out of the ambulance and she tries to tell the paramedics, the devil is real.
The devil is real. The devil is real.
And netizens comment, yeah, and it might be you. And that is the case of what has been going on with Macy Lathers, the girl that was on the Red Pill podcast, self-proclaimed Instagram model that ended up killing 2 people on Pink Tusi. And I think with this and with the Diddy case, there are a lot of mainstream news outlets now reporting the dangers of Pink Tusi, and it's only getting more popular in party cities. New York City, LA, Miami are like the hot spots. So be careful because it's just, you don't even know what's in there. How can you even recreationally do that if you don't know what it is? So
because it's not, it's very misleading. It's like,
it could be anything. And the minute that they start adding more fentanyl into it, if not already, I mean, that could kill a lot of people.
They don't know what she's actually on, right? Like, they didn't test her because she said...
They did.
Oh.
Just a lot of different drugs, but alcohol is not one of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you test for, like, Tusi, it doesn't come up pink cocaine. It comes up, like, an MDMA. And
yeah, exactly. Because she was in... What a state that she was in, you know? That's so terrifying. That's what happens when you don't know what's going on at all.
Yeah, this was very strange. I know the Stephanie Malgoza case where she was drunk driving. It's very different. There's same and different. This was different in the sense there are moments where it's very strange to watch her. And her tone of, I'm from the future. While this is all happening is very creepy.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 people who passed away a block away that you caused. And it's just, I'm from the future.
And we don't know how long she's it's still ongoing?
Yeah, she's going to head into, I think, pretrial hearings soon. And that is the case as of right now. What are your thoughts? And please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.